What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome back to Omar BYT, ladies and gentlemen. And welcome, guys, to yet another episode of your weekly Barcelona panel show. CULERS culture, ladies and gentlemen. We are back again with the first of the brand new 25-26 season. As you can see, guys, some of the panelists are already in the building, guys. Let's start saying, let's do some house cleaning. Big up to every single one of the panelists, man. Like volume in the building. What's going on, man?
Ooh, how's it going, man? What? Hey, dude, what a weekend, right? Real Madrid played 2 days later and still put out a stinker, man. What else is new, right? Same old Real Madrid, dude. New season, new manager, same Real Madrid, bro. What a stinker. Like they couldn't create anything. They couldn't break the backs of Osasuna. Dude, I was all for it, man. What a boring game, though. What a boring game. There's so many things to say, man. But no, man, I'm doing good, man. Barcelona won. We're the top of La Liga of goal differential. What else is new?
First day, bro. Listen, straight back to the top, man. We ain't playing around. We're here to defend the crown. But man, like Jose is back. Jose, man. Listen, you were here on the first show on Wednesday, and you're back for the first game of the season, man. How you doing, bro?
I'm good, bro. I'm good, man. I'm excited to be here. As you guys said it, man, there's a lot to talk about. There's everything from where Barça sits on the table today to both Madrids and how they performed this weekend. Bro, I'm encouraged, man. I'm encouraged. I know a lot of people feel like we didn't upgrade a ton this season. We'll talk about it. But even outside of that, more headlines in La Liga, man. It's been a crazy summer. I'm excited to talk about it.
Oh, of course, man. And of course, man like Picado, man. How you doing, man? How you doing, bro?
Name Ficado, but I'm good, man. I'm good.
Ficado, sorry, bro.
I'm good, man. There is a lot to discuss today. Well, obviously we have to go to Barcelona beating Mallorca 3-0 in a crazy, I say crazy awkward start to the La Liga season. And of course, Real Madrid beating Osasuna, and we all know how they won, which we're going to discuss later. But other than that, I'm good, Omar. Thank you for having me on once again.
Yeah, listen, man, appreciate every single one of you guys for taking time out of your day. And big up to every single person who's watching right now. Smash the like button on your way in, guys. The rest of the panel will be here, like I mentioned, guys. Big up to every single one of you guys taking time out of your day to be here. But listen, let's get straight into it, man. No dilly-dallying. Let's just go straight in, okay? Saturday, ladies and gentlemen. Saturday at 1:30 p.m. Atlanta time, we started our title defense, right? So much talk. Transfer talks, who's coming in, who's not coming in, all of the shenanigans, man. There was so many things happening. Let's be real. You feel me, right? I mean, listen.
Whoa, we don't look.
Come on.
Yeah, easy.
Now,
hey. All right, okay, all right, cool.
What did you say, Omar? Oh no. Did you say something?
No, I'm just saying, bro. We came in to defend our crown, bro. But listen,
yeah,
we went in. And listen, Mallorca, wait a minute. Let me start. When obviously people were saying, bro, the Mallorca game, because last season Real Madrid started their season against Mallorca. And everyone was like, oh, well, remember when they drew? Exactly. 1-1. Morici was cooking their defense, right? And they were like, yo, be careful, man. They're not an easy team to play against on the opening day. Well, listen. Beating Mallorca away is not for everybody. We did it last season, 5-1. We ran it back. We could have given them 5, but you know what? We felt bad for them. We saw the little child crying on the sidewalk on the upstairs, and they were like, you know what? We feel sorry for these guys, man. We don't want to put insult to injury. Let's just keep it respectful. We put 3 past them. Rafinha on the score sheet, Ferran in the score sheet, and of course, man like the king, not the prince anymore. He's the king. He's got the crown. He let them know, I'm not the prince anymore. I'm the king now, right? Curler, bro. Literally, man, standard signature Yamal goal. Like, at this point, that is Yamal's trademark goal now. Just cut inside, straight to the back of the net. What a performance, right? And listen, obviously, Madrid and all these rivals, they're crybabies. Oh, they were down to 9 men. Bro, we were 2-0 up before they went down to 9 men. And are you going to sit here and look me straight in my eyes and tell me that those 2 red cards were not justified red cards? The first one was 2 yellows, and the other one was a literal kick to the face. Have you ever seen a player kick a goalkeeper in the face and stay on the pitch? Yeah. All right, thank you. But listen, amazing performance. 3-0, completely thumped them. And listen, let me tell you something, okay? I told people, you remember Barça Value? I was on the show with you on the Chaos. I comfortably sat there and said, bro, it's going to be a walk in the park. It's gonna be a walk in the park, bro. People were like, "Oh, it's gonna be." I'm like, bro, I'm so confident we're better than these guys, man. And we did. We could have won by more. Let's be honest, bro. We were very wasteful in the second half. We were wasteful. We could have gone on a riot if we wanted, but we were just playing around with our food in the second half. But what a performance! Barca value, man. You started, man. What did you think of game one?
Man, there's so many angles. There's so many things to say. I feel like this is being so long ago now since Real Madrid played yesterday. I feel like dude, I feel like we played like a week ago, and it kind of feels like it because we play Saturday. Real Madrid plays on Tuesday. But no, man. I mean, this game in particular, there's a couple of things I do want to before I say anything, because we need to put in some respect on John Garcia, man. Especially the kind of game that he had this weekend. What an incredible performance. Not just because a lot of people say, well, he had like one shot. Oh, he had two shots that he saved. Yeah, but we're not talking about just the shots. The box presence. Every time there was a 50-50 ball, he was fighting for it. The red card on Muriqi, that was all John Garcia fighting a 50-50 ball outside of his box, borderline outside of his box. The way that he goes out of his box, he knows when to stay. There was a couple long throws that Mallorca was clearly trying to attack a Barcelona. They wanted to try to expose the high line, except for that one time where Yamal kind of lost the ball when he tried to dribble three players. He lost the ball, and there was like a counter, and that's the only time they were actually able to break the high line. And it's kind of a sitter, but he takes a bad shot. Actually, Muriqi should have just passed it to his player on the left. He would have just been by himself. He would have had a better chance of scoring. But other than that, that was the only chance that Mallorca had. But as far as John Garcia, man, I am so excited, and I wanted to start. I don't want to start this talking about this game before talking about how important it is to have such a great goalkeeper like John Garcia. But what it really stood out to me was his accuracy with his feet, with his arm. He's got a cannon, man. He did one time. He hit Rafinha twice with his arm on the left flank. He also hit Lamine Yamal one time. And then also he hit Ferran Torres down the seam with his feet after going after another 50-50 ball against another Mallorca player. So these were just incredible moments that it's not just his performance, shot stopping, right? It's the way that he's playing on his feet, the way that he's working the offense. He's so used to working in counters, in transitions, that he knows as soon as he gets the ball, he's already looking. And I did a tactical video on my channel where he grabs the ball, right, on that pass to Rafinha, and he grabs it in a small box. And as soon as he gets his touches on the ball, he's already looking up, and he sees Rafinha down the seam, and he hits Rafinha. Rafinha gets a foul there. That's another yellow, by the way. And that guy who got a yellow got his second yellow on that Lamine Yamal play. So that's how much involvement that John Garcia is having on this team already on the first game, that it was driving, literally, like I'm telling you, he was driving Mallorca players, defenders, crazy. As a goalkeeper, I mean, how crazy that is. How crazy does that sound, that as a goalkeeper, you're driving the defense crazy for the opponent? That, to me, that was really stood out to me. But then again, of course, Lamine Yamal, takes over the game from the first half. He was a force. He was grabbing the ball. He looked electric. He looked fast. He grabbed the one play where he drew the second yellow. Lamine Yamal grabs the ball in the middle of the field, takes on two players, and goes through two of them, picks up a third one, and dribbles that one. And that third one is the one who actually makes the foul. Dude, that play, the way he picked up the ball and then he make that run, dude. Vinicius Jr. right now, he can only dream of making a play like that. Just that one play, brother. He can only dream of doing that right now. That's how much difference right now there's between these two players. And my point is not to compare them, but also I want to point out how good Lamine Yamal looks right now. Long, faster, stronger, everything right now. And not, of course, there's other things, but I want to let everybody else chime in with what stood out to them as far as this game. But these two things to me were above and beyond everything. The way he hit Rafinha with that assist for the first goal, dude. Before I finish, the chemistry from Rafinha and Lamine Yamal, dude. These guys plays with their eyes closed. Nice. I looked at that play when I was doing my tactical videos. This is why I love doing that, because Rafinha goes like this. Like he's signaling Lamine Yamal, because he's wide open on the left. And as soon as Lamine Yamal gets the ball, he already is looking at his signal, and he sees Rafinha down all the way back there, and he puts it right there, man. It was a dream pass and a dream finish. Right? I mean, I don't know how else to put it, but that chemistry we don't talk about enough, because always Lamine Yamal looking at the far post and Rafinha time and time again getting there all the freaking time, dude. It's so easy, like taking candy from a baby, bro.
It really is, you know. And the chemistry that Lamine Yamal and Rafinha have, after like half of the Sparta fan base wanted Rafinha sold for Nico Williams. Look how that just look at the difference now.
Whoa. Who?
Hey, wait, Omar.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Oh,
there's a lot of that chatter on the time. 2 years ago.
Yeah, he's not lying. That wasn't a crazy opinion back then.
I thought it was this season. My bad.
Yeah. That was there. That was there.
Yeah, continue, Ricardo.
Well, great game from Barcelona. I mean, we got the job done, but I'm just seeing how I love how the Madrid fans are crying over Barcelona robbing Mallorca. But like, one of the players who was on a yellow card, he fouls Lamine Yamal. If the referee gives him a second yellow card, he has no choice but give him a red card. So there's no reason for them to complain about that. And as for Muriqi, this brother, the fact that he decided to kick Juan Garcia in the face. By the way, what a crazy debut for Juan Garcia. Breaking news of him getting injured, and then now him getting injured again. Well, he got kicked in the face. I don't know what Muriqi was doing kicking him. Like this is not wrestling. This is not kickboxing. This is football, brother. Why are you kicking him? Why are you kicking him in the face? That's a straight red card. Now, let me say one thing, Rafinha got away with the luckiest red card challenge ever, because the referee did not see. Well, he did see the challenge. He gave him
you guys think that was a red card?
I don't.
My problem,
50,
Omar. My problem with that play, Omar. Here's my problem with that. I'll answer real quick.
Sure, go ahead.
I dead honest think it was a red card, only because of the fact that there's two other players getting a red card, and the referee didn't really want to give the second red card to Mallorca. He gave a yellow. That should have been a straight red. He gives him a yellow. He gets called out by the bar. He looks it up. Hold on. He looks it up, and then he gives out the red card, because at that point there's nothing you can do. You can't say it's not a red card. Now, Rafinha looks like he's lit on that play, but that's still a reckless play coming from behind into the planting leg of the defender. By the letter of the law, that's a red card. There's no question about it.
I mean, it's an interesting one, because I wasn't one of the people who was like, I saw the tackle, and from a quick view, right? I thought, okay, it was a trailing leg, right? Because you could see. I feel like Rafinha might have been slipping, and he pulled his leg out and just took him out with him. Yeah. You understand what I mean, right? Now, things like that do happen, right? Yeah. Now, obviously, I feel like when it comes to the Mallorca players and the staff who were like confronting him, I think that came from me out of emotion from seeing two players getting sent off. And they were just sitting there like, yo, how are these guys committing a tackle like that and getting away with it when we just got two players sent off? I feel like that's where it was coming from. And apparently they were hearing that, the guy had 2 ACL injuries on both of his legs. And that that injury, those kind of tackles.
It doesn't matter.
But
don't play. If you can't go out there and handle the tackles, don't play. Like, it's plain and simple. I don't care about what his injury history is. It doesn't matter to me.
I mean, to be fair, he was a La Masia graduate, if I'm not mistaken, no?
That's fair, right? But like, are you going to let up? Put yourself in the player's shoes. Are you going to let up on a tackle because you know this player's injury history? No, I'm going in, bro.
No. But that tackle was
you're going in.
That tackle was crazy.
But if the referee feels like giving you a red card, then you can't complain. Like, that's what I mean. Like, you can play 100% every single play and be tough, whatever you want. But at the end of the day, like, the referee can make a call. He could easily would have gone either way on that play. Honestly, in real time, I didn't think that was a red. I saw it after on YouTube. I'm sorry, on X. I saw it on X, and I was like, whoa, no, actually, that should have been a red. The way I looked at it, then I'm like, man, he really goes after the plant leg. The ball wasn't really there anymore, and the way that he goes at it, I mean, he does lead on it. That was kind of like the mistake, in my opinion. He didn't have his full body control on that play. At the end of the day, though, I think we got lucky on that one. I think he should have been sent off.
We did get lucky.
He got very, very lucky. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm trying to be unbiased as possible, but Rafinha got away with with murder right there. He could have killed that man. Like, bro, he has a wife and kids. Why are you trying to murder this man on the ground? Let him breathe, my brother. Let him breathe.
It's just not that deep. It's just not that deep. Like I think it happened. Sure, you could look at it afterward in hindsight and be like, bro, it was reckless. Okay, I'm sure he agrees, but I don't think in the moment he lets up. I think there's so much passion.
Yeah, of course. But the brother, this brother Mateo Mori, he has a beautiful wife and kids. Why are you trying to end this man's life, man? Let the man breathe.
Let me say this though. I think Rafinha, the way he run into the play was the issue because he was running full speed. And he slipped. I don't know if he slipped. I haven't actually watched his foot, but he couldn't control himself. So intentionally, it was not intentional from Rafinha.
If you remember, there was a game that Fermin got sent off a red card against Sevilla last season. Very similar. So it could have been a red card on another game.
Yeah, you can say
honestly, it's whatever the ref thinks. But for me, I thought it was the only call that I was like Mallorca maybe got hard done by was the goal that Ferran scored. It wasn't even the red card because Ferran plays to the whistle. Ferran, we didn't do any wrong, Barcelona, but the Mallorca players, they kind of stopped. And in a way, it's just unfortunate. It's just tough luck, but you got to play to the whistle, and Ferran just takes advantage. That's the only call that I kind of sympathize with because the ref puts it to his mouth, but then he doesn't call it. So I don't know what to say about that.
But I think with that play, we can all agree that play, that's fine. That's a legal goal.
No, it's a legal goal. Yeah, it is. He didn't even get injured. Like, he put his head on the line, but like, why are you falling down? You're like, are you injured or something, my brother? Like, get up.
I mean, listen, don't get it twisted. Get in. Like, I feel like when someone shoots the ball really hard on your head, that hurts. I don't care.
No, that's not a stoppage.
It does hurt. However, here's the thing, bro. But that's the thing. If it hit him in the face, let's say it hit him straight to the face. I can see why. But when you look at it, bro, he went for a header. The guy kicked the ball. Yamal kicked the ball. He went for a header to block it. That's the defender's job. Your job is to block the ball, bro. People block the ball with every single part of their body when you're defending. Okay, and sometimes it hits you in places that you don't want to get hit, bro. You gotta take it. And here's the thing: it's a part of the game. He went down. The referee I mean, listen, I wasn't here. I had it on mute. But did he blow the whistle?
No.
Omar, can I just say this?
Okay, so then.
Can I just say this?
Wait. I'll let you finish.
Okay.
I'll let you have your say. But my point is, if the whistle doesn't go, then technically, what are we in? Are we still not in play? So we're still in play. Play. So you play when the referee doesn't blow his whistle. These guys decided to stop playing and then are sitting there crying about it. Oh, well, we just saw a player down, bro. Wait for the referee to blow his whistle. But wait, let me know, man. What are you saying? Go ahead.
The referee, in my opinion, when the ball hits you hard in the head, surely you're gonna get dizzy. I play center back.
I mean, so
when I hit
the game,
man said he played center back.
And usually the referees every time when it comes to head injuries, concussions, they blow the whistle.
Wait, hold on.
Injuries straight away. They blow the whistle. And I was shocked.
Like Sergio Ramos, Pepe, and Puyol got hit in the face many times.
But that's a new rule now. But that's a new rule. It's a new rule in terms of the concussion. Even they get an extra sub when it comes to concussions. Usually, if the player lies down after a duel or anything that happens to the head, the referee straight away. And I'm just playing the devil advocate in this point.
It makes
sense. And the referee, to be fair, he had the whistle in his mouth. He didn't blow the whistle. But he had the. So that, in a sense, makes the Mallorca defense.
But if you don't hear it, do you stop playing?
No, absolutely. You play to the whistle. I'm just playing devil advocate.
Even if you're playing on a regular Sunday amateur league, the referee all the time they put the whistle in their mouth. That doesn't mean that you're supposed to be looking at the referee.
Hold on. Here's the important point that I want you all to remember. Here's something you guys need to remember. You know when we're watching football games, right? The new rule is that when the referee raises his flag for offside, you're supposed to continue playing, right? Unless the referee blows his whistle, you're supposed to continue playing. If you score a goal, then VAR will go back and say, okay, well, this guy was offside. The goal gets ruled out. Here's the thing. If the game is going and the guy hits the ball and he's down, the referee doesn't blow his whistle, we score. Then guess what? That's what VAR is there for. VAR will show him that, that was a head injury. You understand what I mean, right?
Omar, that's why my point is. Omar, this is why my point is that Barca didn't do anything wrong. Ferran did the right play. The problem, even Mallorca, number one, they should have just played to the whistle, right? But also, I think it's a little bit of bad refereeing. Like, why would you even signal to put it into your mouth? Just let the play continue.
Exactly.
We've
don't put the whistle in your mouth if you're not going to blow it. If play is continuing, like, it makes no sense. Don't blow the whistle.
No, it kind of makes sense. So just in case if you say, okay, it's a foul, okay, then I'll blow it automatically. But yeah, at the same time, it doesn't mean anything at all. Anyway, so
I agree. It's like, bro, yeah, he could do whatever, but like Omar just said, if it is a foul, they'll go back and look at it. VAR will look at it. Yeah. They'll look at all of these things, bro. Bro, you learn this in your youth days.
I mean, it felt, to be honest, it felt like he changed his mind. I think he was about to whistle, but he said, you know what? The defender, it doesn't look like he's severely injured, so I'm gonna just let the game go.
Yeah.
And more importantly, man, what a banger by Ferran too. No one's talking about that. That shot was actually phenomenal, bro. It was a phenomenal hit.
But we need to address that second half performance because they were down to 9 men, and I don't even care if we won, but that performance from the second half, we kept wasting chances and we were just playing around like it didn't matter. Like, I'm sorry, but performances like that, and if you're like 9 men down, let alone 10 men, because Mariki, I don't know what the hell he was thinking. It's just unacceptable. And even Hansi Flick was not happy with it. Like, the second they were down to 9 men, we didn't even feel like finishing them off until the 89th, 90th minute, which pissed me off because
it's hard to play against 9 men, bro. Because again, in the first half they were so mad at Rafinha. So imagine if they all attack and they get angry.
They're not gonna attack. There's no shock.
No, Omar. That's not what I meant about attack. They're gonna attack the players, not the game. Because they're so pissed off at Rafinha what he did. They're so head lost that if the players start attacking, they're gonna attack the players instead of the ball. And what they did in the second half was perfect because they hold the ball. You know, they were just waiting until they find the right opportunities. Yes, we missed a lot of chances, but it was the right choice that they were very calm in the second half to make sure that they find the right opportunities. But again, yeah, you're right. They should have finished their chances, but game is a game. Relax.
Game. We should have.
I mean, but look. Let me say this, right? The second, as far as the first half is concerned, I like how we played in the first half. Now,
yeah, for sure.
Obviously, Yamal goal and assist, absolutely incredible. Now, I was getting cooked, bro. I was getting abused because I dared to say that it's because even though Yamal got a goal and assist, I feel like he could have had more if he wasn't just being he was being too selfish. Greedy a little bit, right? Let's be honest, right? Listen, it's not me attacking the player. At the end of the day, it's justified criticism, right? When you look at these stuff, it's not like, oh, you're trying to pick things out to be negative, like many people think it is. The way I see it is this, right? I looked at the Yamal performance. I said that first half, he wasn't passing the ball. He didn't pass the ball enough. I think the only few times he did pass was one of the ones where he actually found Rafinha for that first goal. You understand what I mean, right? But for most of the time, he was dribbling too much. I feel like I could see Ferran Torres making runs, like good runs. I'm like, bro, if Yamal raised his head, he could have seen Yamal's run. He could have seen Ferran's run. He could have seen Rafinha's run, right? Second half, I feel like Flick might have been the one to let him know because you saw in the second half, Yamal actually started passing the ball more regularly in the second half.
Yeah.
I feel like Flick might have been the one to let him know, like, yo, I need you to release the ball a little bit because you're not finding your teammates enough. You understand what I mean, right?
But last season, Yamal was criticized for not taking enough shots and always being too passive. So there's always going to be one angle to.
But the thing about the volume, like it's about passing the ball at the right time and scoring the same at the right time. That's the only reason why people were like judging, or like, oh, well, how come you were holding the ball too long? How come you shot the ball too long? I mean, too much. How come you didn't pass the ball too much? Like, you know.
It's also situational awareness too.
Yeah, exactly,
like NJ just said, like they were coming after individual players. Cool. You know how you stop that? You move the ball. You move it quickly. You find your options. We have a 2-man advantage. Like there just should have been scenarios where we had to every time. Like I think Yamal, there was. I don't know how I counted 3 or 4 different opportunities when he got the ball and he's just going at players by himself, not looking up, not trying to find an option. And I respect that to an extent. Like we need wingers who have that confidence. But bro, against 9 men, the game is done. We're not going to learn anything about this team against 9 men at that stage of the game. Move the ball around.
Just finish them off.
My thing with the second half though, Omar, is that I feel like people are overly critical because once you're playing with 9 men, what do you think they're going to do? They're just going to park the bus, and
Exactly.
they're just going to try to play defense. They're not trying to get 4 or 5 goals scored on. Remember, for these teams, goal differential is a big deal. So once you're 9 men, you're just going to park the bus. And even then, after they park the bus, it's not like Barcelona wasn't creating chances. Barcelona was creating chances. It wasn't
hard.
It wasn't like Real Madrid against Osasuna, where they couldn't really generate anything, where their best, most dangerous play was one with Dean playing for like 40 to 50 yards out, and then another shot from Militao. Those are the biggest, most dangerous plays on Real Madrid, okay? Barcelona was actually creating chances. Rafinha had 2 chances where he was barely missing the far post on both chances in the second half. Actually, Dani Olmo hits the woodwork on one of them.
Yes, he did, bro.
That was fantastic play, bro.
That should have been to me, that was a goal, bro. That was
that should have been. That was lucky. He was the goalkeeper was lucky, bro. There was
another chance that Ferran Torres could have actually squared it to Rafinha, but he took a shot, and then he got defended by the defender.
So when I'm looking at a game like this, I'm looking at, do we have any issues creating chances? Because a lot of times with this, they compact the box. These things are gonna happen. They're gonna make they're not gonna give you any space. Are you creating chances? And that's exactly the problem with Real Madrid. If it wasn't for that single-handedly play by Mbappe, they literally needed every ounce of Mbappe to make that play. And obviously, a dumb-headed play by the defender of Osasuna. Let's call it for what it is. Whether you think that's a pen or that's not a pen, that is still the dumbest play you can make in that position. Knowing how easily Real Madrid is going to get a call. You know what? The referees, bro, they're waiting for something close.
Bro, we know, bro. Every time I see a player go down in the Real Madrid, every time.
You cannot give any chance to the referee to put it in their hands. You don't want to do that, bro, ever. Nope. If Mbappe has to cross and somebody is going to header that, then let it be, bro. But you cannot just slide like that and just think that, the referee is not going to call the penalty. And, of course, he gets that. But what I'm telling you is Real Madrid needed that. Barcelona, even though as much as you want
to we broke them down, bro. Look, let's be honest. Let's be clear here. People need to understand. Even in the first half, they were playing a low block. People are acting like we only started playing a low block after they were down to 9 men. Bro, they were playing a low block the whole game. That first goal, that's why I gave credit to Yamal for that assist. Because I'm like, bro, the fact that Rafinha, and this is where I feel like we're not giving Rafinha enough credit, right? The low block that Mallorca were playing, for him to be able to catch the defenders lacking at that moment when that cross came in to get that free header, I love that about Rafinha. And this is the thing with Rafinha, right? Look, I don't expect Rafinha to play as ridiculous as he played last season. Don't get it twisted. I would love for him to play like that. But you know what I see from Rafinha this season? I clearly see that he still has that mindset, the attacking positioning. It's still there. Like even in the John Gamper game, he didn't play well. But look at him. He got a goal and an assist for being where the right place at the right time. Every single time. The cross comes in, he can put the cross into the right area. When it's time for him to get into the right area for a header, for a free flick to the back of the net, he's there. And I love that.
Yeah,
Omar, like, bro, you're not always going to play.
Go ahead. Omar, what I wanted to say is basically, right?
Go ahead, Jonas.
Yeah, basically, like my thoughts on the game was like, and I got criticized too for saying it, but I was like, dude, Yamal had like amazing moments with the assist. The assist was beautiful. Nobody saw that coming. Rafinha scores, right? The goal. It was great, awesome goal, but I just felt like that was not for me. Am I crazy? I don't even think it was a good game from Yamal. He lost the ball.
Yeah, you're crazy.
Times. He was crazy.
No, I kind of agree, bro. Like if we're gonna call him king and hold him to a standard.
Okay,
I don't disagree.
What you say? Can
I
you
thought Yamal played bad. I'll just say it
right now.
No. Hold up.
I don't think he played bad.
He could have played better. He could have played better.
Can I say the reason why, though?
Yes.
Let me say the reason why, okay? Brother, the reason why
let Jonas finish.
Omar, the reason why I think Yamal, right? I rate him as the best player in the world. I rate you as the best player in Europe. I think you should win the Ballon d'Or. It's because you make the best decisions at the best times, and he wasn't doing that. And if you can pass and see Rafinha like that, brother, I know you can see Ferran. I know you can see Fermin. I know you can see.
He can't pass every time. He can't pass. Messi never passed every time. Messi didn't score every single chance. We never talked about Messi having a bad game. Messi would get the job done, whether that was 1 goal, 1 assist. Lamine Yamal in this game had 1 goal, 1 assist, best player in the game.
I mean, but
so
it says
why
a lot,
are we
doesn't
saying
it?
that he didn't have a good
No,
game?
but Volume,
I
you know what that says? But for me, you know what
Just
that says,
because he
right?
didn't pass to Ferran and to Rafinha on 1 or 2 other times, he can't pass the ball every time and still expect that he's going to have goals this season.
So hold on before
what we meant.
Okay, so I just want to say this, right, NJ, before you go. I'm gonna say this now. It says a lot that when you watch the game, because I'll be honest with you, Volume, right? I don't think Yamal had a great game in 90 minutes.
Oh, he played decent.
But here's the thing, right? That doesn't mean he was terrible.
Oh no,
he wasn't terrible. Right? For the standards that we have for Lamine Yamal, we look at Yamal now as the best player in the world, right? And here's the thing. That comes with a lot of pressure. Let's be honest, right? He's the number 10. He's now the king. He's the guy that we're now looking at, right? And here's the thing. When you have that kind of pressure, everything you do now is going to be looked at into the microscope. Now, here's the thing. This speaks volumes that we are sitting here as fans, sitting here saying, well, he didn't have his best game, because we know what he's like when he does have his best game. You understand what I mean, right? But even at his game, but even in a game where we don't think he had his best game, he can still leave with a goal and assist. You understand what I mean, right?
Yeah, no, and that's a compliment, to be honest. I mean, if you're saying that he didn't have a good game and he still had a good game, I mean, his ceiling is really high. But my problem with this take is there are so many other areas that we can go then talk about Lamine Yamal not passing the ball. When Lamine Yamal won, obviously he's creating more. He wants to create more chances. He wants to score more this season. He doesn't want to have 10 goals, 9 goals, 8 goals, half of the season in La Liga this season. And these things, you guys better get used to it, because Lamine Yamal has a better emphasis this season to score more. Of course, he's going to get the assist. He did the assist to Rafinha as well. But this season, Lamine Yamal will score more goals, because simply he's just going to take more shots, more opportunities, and these things are going to happen. So,
and I encourage you.
I might as well just get used to this, because
here's the thing. I encourage you. Now, let me be clear. I'm not discouraging Yamal from taking chances. I think that if there's anyone in this team that I can give the chance to go, I'm like, all right, you take the ball, you want to go dribble past the whole team, go do it, because I know you can do it. You understand? I've seen you do it, right? He's the one I want taking more this. Now, what I don't want, and this is the important thing, Barca Volume, right? I want Yamal to know when to pass. You understand what I mean, right? I don't always want to think, okay, when you have the ball, you're always going to dribble.
Exactly.
I want to know, okay, well, I know that if Rafinha makes
a run, did he know when to pass to Rafinha or no?
Bro,
no, he did.
Okay, let me say, Barca Volume.
How many assists did he have last season? Does he know when to pass the ball? How many assists did he have last season?
I know. I hear both sides. The thing is, Omar and Yoris, they're saying he creating chances, but the decision making is sometimes he was bad in terms of the decision in this game. Like there's sometimes he could have passed, but at the same time, all the 3 goals he had the fingerprints on all the 3 goals.
Exactly,
let's be honest. For that second goal, he took the shot. But in terms of the expectation and the standard that every Barcelona fans has of him,
I remember last season, at the end of the season, there was a lot of times in a lot of games, Rafinha could have made a really easy pass and made the right play.
And I cooked him.
Nobody said anything. Nobody said anything.
No. Volume. Maybe you didn't know. Maybe I don't know if you were subscribed to my channel, but I called it out. I was one of the people who was calling him out, and I was getting cooked for saying it. I remember I was like, yo, I feel like Rafinha, that first half of the season, his conversion rate was so high that made him think he can just take shots from everywhere. He's like, bro, I'm seeing Yamal, Lewandowski all making runs, and you're just sitting here holding on to the ball. You understand what I mean, right?
But I think there's other issues in the team right now. Like, for example, number 10, both Olmo and Fermin combined for 0 chances created. That's a bigger issue than Yamal not passing it to Ferran Torres.
It doesn't mean we can't call it out.
And I agree with that.
You're right.
And then you know what? I agree with that. So I'm going to say this now. Yamal is not a big problem. Now, when I single out Yamal, it's because I rate this guy, and I'm going to say what I think his issue was in that game. That doesn't mean he was terrible. I don't think he was one of the worst players on the pitch. I said, even on my match reaction, I said, listen, even in that game, this shows you how high I think of Yamal.
He could have had 3 assists.
Yes, exactly. And that's my point. I want you. You know what it is? You know what it is with me, Volume? I want Yamal to be flipping clinical.
Are we being stat-centric, though, Omar?
No.
They're just examples.
Let me say this. Would you guys would have said the same thing if Lamine Yamal would have had a goal and 4 assists?
No. means he would have made the right decision. That means,
that means that
he
he
made
passed
those
the ball.
decisions. He didn't just miss it. They just missed it. So
No,
that's my point. He could
Nah,
have had
come
3
on,
assists in
man.
his
I
game.
mean, yeah,
but-
if he had a goal and 3 assists, will we say the same thing? Well, we would have been saying that he didn't have a
No,
good game.
of course not. But the thing is, he didn't make those chances, did he?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like no. The thing is, here's the
Did
thing,
he?
though.
Did he make clear-cut chances that anyone could have scored?
Nobody
I'm not
can
saying
criticise
that's-
it about Yamal. The reason why I'm critical on Yamal is because, brother, if I crown you as the best player in the world, I'm gonna hold you to that standard. Just because I'm a Barca fan doesn't mean I'm gonna rate you different, guys. This is all I'm saying. Lionel Messi, Neymar, Ronaldinho, all of these guys knew when to pass. Brother, you do not have to be
Messi
a
was
But the
I'm
thing
the
is-
biggest Messi fan, dude. Messi didn't pass the ball every single time.
But volume
Messi
is
had
different.
so many
okay, but
shots.
Messi-
He didn't
Messi-
score.
that-
He didn't
Messi's,
score every single
Messi's an
time.
alien, though.
Bro.
Messi's an alien.
Guys,
Dude,
I
Messi
think it's
knew when to
unfair.
pass. Of course, Messi knew when to pass. He's the GOAT. But
He's the
Messi
GOAT. He's the greatest player of
he
all
was
time.
Comparisons are very
he was
dangerous.
taking
Very
so
dangerous
many
comparisons.
chances.
No,
Yeah,
taking
that's a
so
very,
many
yeah, I
shots.
know.
Taking
Very
so many-
dangerous
Why,
comparison.
why do you think?
Yeah.
Why do you think he had a problem with David Villa? Why do you think he had problems? Because sometimes they were wide open and didn't get a pass. They didn't get.
But,
Because
okay,
you know what?
but
Messi
come
was
on, but come
cooking.
on, but here's the thing also, volume. One thing about Messi was when he didn't pass the ball, it was
He
usually
scores.
because he was dribbling past the whole team and scoring. So here's the
Yeah.
thing: if he
didn't
here's
score
the
every
thing- here's the thing
time.
with Yamal.
He didn't
Here's the
score
thing with
every
Yamal.
time.
No,
I
but here's
know.
the thing.
No,
But
you-
here's the thing.
you
Here's
see
the
the
thing.
point.
Here's the thing. If Yamal, and this is where I called it out. If Yamal was doing all his dribbling in that game, right, and was dribbling past the whole team and taking shots and
Fair
the
enough.
show were going on target, I can say,
Fair
okay,
enough. Fair enough.
cool. You took a risk. It didn't work out, but I like what you did there. But you know
Yeah.
what the thing with me was, right? This is the thing, volume. Sometimes he was trying to dribble. I'm seeing Ferran Torres making a run, and I'm like, and then he loses the ball because he tried to dribble too much. He's dribbled past
Yeah,
the first
that's the
one.
thing.
He's trying to
That
dribble
was
past
the
the
problem.
second one when he could have just
And
passed
Omar,
to the
Omar,
other
the
guy.
reason why,
That's when
Omar,
I'm like,
the
oh, come on, man. You should have
Omar,
passed
the
right there.
reason
It
why-
was right there. Right.
Omar, the reason why I'm calling it out is not because it was like one time or 2 times or 3 times. Bro,
He
it was like
multiple times.
7, 8 times, bro. It
Yeah,
was
he
like,
did it multiple
come on,
times.
man. Like,
I
you know
mean,
what it
to
is?
be honest,
I like when we
let me
play
say
the right
this.
way. Just pass the ball if the guy's open. You know, in the second half,
Yeah.
he did it. He passed to Jules Koundé.
I mean, to be honest, can I say this though? When that game finished, I did not even care about the fact that he didn't pass that, create that chance. I didn't even think of it. So this for me is not even a big issue. I
No,
don't
it's
know
not
why.
a big issue. I feel like
I-
because you know why? It's because
Decision making.
because when we talk, you know what it
Decision-making.
is? It's because when unfortunately now when you're critical of Yamal, maybe people kind of take over. Don't get it twisted, Barca volume. I don't think, and I'm gonna finish with this. I don't think Yamal was terrible. I'm
No,
just
no,
saying
no,
I have
no.
such a high regard for this guy that when I see some few things that I don't like about his game, I'm gonna call it. That doesn't mean I think he had a bad game. And that's where I feel like people sometimes get lost with my opinions. They think that I'm criticizing and saying, "Oh, he was terrible," even though he got a goal.
No,
assist.
no, yeah,
No,
yeah.
I'm just saying.
You want to know what a bad game looks like? Just look at Vinicius Jr.
Yeah,
all
there you
gotta
go.
say. That's all
There
I
you
gotta
that
go.
was
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
like,
There you
that's
are.
a disaster class, though. Come on, man. Like,
That's
you
all
know
I
what?
gotta
Yes,
say.
Guys,
What are we doing
That's
here?
crazy.
I'll put
I'm
in
done
simple words,
defending
guys.
my guy.
Hey, volume, bro. Yamal is my guy too, though. That's the thing.
We're
My thing is this.
spoiled, dude. We're spoiled.
Yeah, well, we are
Okay.
spoiled, isn't it?
That's why we can't have nice things, bro. That's why we can't have nice
And,
things, you know?
that's
Yeah,
the
Barca
problem
fans, we
with-
can't have nice things, bro. We
But
were
one
spoiled. We
thing-
had
that's the
Ronaldinho,
problem.
we had Messi, we had all these guys, man.
We are
But
we're spoiled. That's
Omar,
why.
one thing
Go ahead,
about
go
the
ahead,
second
go
half,
ahead.
though, I don't know if you guys noticed, in 10
Go ahead.
minutes period, I felt like Barcelona were playing with 3 centre backs. I don't know if
Yeah,
Hansi
yeah,
Flick,
yeah, back
because
three.
he didn't
Yeah,
sub on Koundé straight away. First of all, he subbed Alejandro Balde to Torrent, and then he subbed Kobarsi to either Rashford. I don't remember.
I
So
don't
the
know
back
what
three
he
was
doing,
actually Araujo. So the back three was Araujo, Garcia, and Torrent.
Garcia, Eddie Garcia.
Yeah, El Garcia, Kobarsi, not
it was
Kobarsi,
solid.
Araujo. So there
It
was
was
three.
solid.
Torrent, yeah.
So
Torrent.
solid. It
I
was
don't know
solid.
if he was trying something new there, but that's
I
maybe
mean,
one of the reasons as well. Barcelona
I'm getting
didn't score
glasses.
much.
Yeah, you get his glasses, don't worry.
Yeah.
But
And
I mean,
I'm
listen.
kinda curious-
Okay, so what do you guys think about the defense? And you, Jose, I'm gonna start with you because you
Yeah.
have been trying to have your say. Now, okay, forgot. I'll let you go after.
I haven't even
Jose,
got a
but-
chance to speak at all, actually.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Don't worry.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
yeah.
Listen, man.
Okay, you go. You
It's a
go.
penalty.
Yeah, it's a passionate debate, guys. It's a
I
passionate.
know the
Yeah,
question
yeah,
was
yeah.
big, but
Yeah.
Jose, go ahead, please.
Okay, no. So what I was gonna say is the defense, guys. Right. All right. So the defense was okay. Man like Jean Garcia cooked in the goal, right? But what did you guys think of the defense? Now here's the thing. I'm gonna start by saying this, Jose. Right. I think people obviously Araujo is in the microscope. Every time,
yes.
he lets a player, walk through the high line, people always look at it. Now, I'm going to say this now. We all know that that Araujo's biggest problem in this defense is the high line. He doesn't know when to step on the high line. You understand what I mean, right? However, I have to just keep it 100, guys. I don't think he was even bad. I think that he defensively, just defending, he was doing well. He wasn't mistiming any of his tackles. His tackles were perfect. He wasn't committing any unnecessary silly fouls, right? But yeah, I think that people were kind of being overcritical of him. What did you think of Araujo's performance,
bro? I think we're looking for. So I said this before the season. I think with Araujo, I think aggregate across the entire season in La Liga, I think it will be positive with his performances this season. I expect that. I think where the microscope will really come into play with him is going to be outside of the league. I think it's going to be in other tournaments, other cups where individual mistakes are completely on show for everybody to see. And I think he has those moments. Football's a game of moments. I truly believe that at certain moments, it's going to happen. We're going to see the mistakes. And I'm wondering how much we're actually going to pay for those. I'll be honest. I was a big proponent of moving him on. Prior to Inigo moving, I really wanted him to kind of move on and have someone who, I don't know, just could play both ways, right? Not just a good defender, but could also distribute the ball and do all of those things, bro. So I think good game. We'll probably see more of these. I think the criticism will slowly start to fade away until we get to a Champions League match, until we get to a Copa match where the level gets raised and we're going to start potentially seeing little mistakes here and there. We're going to have a lot to talk about on this show whenever those moments do come. But bro, I think, believe it or not, the bigger topic in the back line isn't even Araujo at this moment in time. Bro, for me, it's Eric Garcia versus Kunde. And I think that to me is a massive talking point as to whether or not
something's going on.
I don't know.
He's the starter.
No, but I think
Garcia looked good. He looked good.
I mean, even my issue with Araujo is that we lost Inigo for free because how this club is. It's a circus, yada yada yada. But my thing with Araujo is this is his last chance to prove himself. I'm not even trying to back the guy because this guy, how many times did he cost?
We have to back him. We have to back him.
Okay.
No choice.
You just have to. Yeah.
We have to back him, but this is his last chance. Now that we lost Inigo for free because he chose to leave, which honestly I can respect Inigo because he chose to leave on his own, and that's fine. This is Araujo's only chance to absolutely redeem himself as probably one of the best center backs in the world. We won't forget 22-23 Araujo, but now I'm just nervous, man, because imagine Araujo against Mbappe and he does something very stupid, and knowing these La Liga referees, he's gonna get a red card. So I don't know, man. I'm very worried about
that's what I mean. Like the individual moments will be on the stage for everybody to see. But I do think that think about how you want to pair your center backs. I think with someone as technical as Cubarsí, Araujo makes a lot of sense, bro. He's like that physical component.
Yeah, yin and yang. That was what
physical components.
That's but you need to have the pairing. You need to have two. Cubarsí is not necessarily that guy, so you need to have another guy who just complements him very, very well. And
balance.
As far as the physical attributes go, that's the guy that you want. You want him to make those decisions.
PSG in 2024 when he decided.
I agree, bro. We're talking about 2 seasons ago. We're talking about 2 seasons ago. I'm talking about today. I'm talking about right now. Right now, legitimately,
look,
he's one of the better options.
Look, I want, of course, every Barcelona fans want Araujo to succeed, or most of them. First of all, I feel like in terms of the Champions League, I feel like this guy has to have an all-timer. Do not step a foot wrong to gain the Barcelona fans' trust.
It will happen at some point in the game.
And in order for him to do that, I feel like the first 2 months is very important for him. Do not make mistake. Gain that confidence because this guy was low on confidence.
But he won't make mistakes, though.
Let's be positive. Let's not be pessimistic. Let's be positive. I really hope.
Bro, the way that some Barca fans are speaking about it sounds
like... Let me land.
Wait, hold on. NJ, go ahead.
Huh? Oh, he left.
What happened? I think he was about to say something and he left. Okay,
I think I'll be back.
That's about Jonas, you start because you were.
No, I was just gonna say, bro, the way that some Barca fans are speaking about Araujo, it's like I understand we need to back him, but dude, give the guy some space to breathe, bro. I understand the guy cost us in the UCL, fair enough, right? But right now, our season partially depends on him. We need him to be good this year. If he's not good this year, we're cooked. Like
we're already cooked anyways. I have no faith in this guy. Like,
bro, you have to. You have to. You have
to.
Oh yeah, my life depends. My life depends on somebody with no IQ.
Oh, listen, man. Listen. You can't. Here's the thing. You can't, man. Unfortunately, we can cry about it. We can moan about it.
Yeah, you can bitch
it's
about
not gonna change.
Yeah, exactly.
We're just gonna have to learn to just hope that he adapts. Because here's the thing with Araujo. Here's the thing, guys. We just have to accept it. Araujo is not a terrible defender. I refuse to listen to that, bro.
No, he's a good defender.
He's a good defender. I know that tactically, and that's the thing. Sometimes also we need to understand as football fans. Some players don't fit certain systems. We know that when it comes to Araujo, he struggles with the flick system, but that doesn't make him a bad defender. It just means that he needs to be somewhere else where they can bring the best out of him. And that's the thing with Araujo. But listen, guys, Angie, I'm gonna let you finish because I want to talk about the Eric Garcia Koundé because we were starting with that. But Angie, just finish it before we go to that.
So what I said earlier before I got kicked off for some reason, I said Araujo will make mistakes, but it's part of the game. He will make mistakes no matter what, right? But I'm not saying like, he should make mistakes every position. I'm saying at some point of the game he will make mistakes. But again, he's not a bad defender. It's just that again, his weakest point is the IQ wise, and he has a decent passing, but he just and what the guy beside with the blue hat, I forget his name.
Jose, you're good, bro. You're good.
Yeah, what Jose said, right? It's a a good mixture because you have Cabarci and Eric Garcia and Balde to like help him out. Because again, we need that kind of defender who is like just so physical. Because again, there can be strikers who are like Marcus Thuram or Alexander Sorloth gonna be there, right? We need him. Yes, he sucks at reading the game sometimes, but it's part of his game. He will never improve that, and that's his max.
Profiles matter in the back line, 1,000%.
Exactly. Yeah.
I did not forget we have Andreas Christensen, guys. Calm down.
Listen, and listen, with the whole talk with Christensen being our fourth center back, that's not good news. But listen, let's actually talk about the Koundé Agassiz one, because that's actually interesting. You brought that up, George.
You sure about that?
Because Volume, you were saying something. Do you think there's something behind why Agassiz might be starting over Koundé?
You mean it's only the first game, dude?
I
don't know, man.
I think it's an interesting thing. Now, why I'm not so worried about this whole dynamic is because Koundé just resigned a team-friendly deal, to be honest. He actually cleared cap space for the team. So I think this is something to do with his form. I don't know what it is. I think they're not telling us. I think Eddie Garcia can very well just be the backup. I think he's an outstanding backup. I think a lot of you think I talked to you. I talked to Jonas when we would have when we were having these preseason shows, and I said we don't need a right back. We have Eddie Garcia.
Exactly.
Eddie Garcia. I mean, he's so consistent. I know he had inconsistencies during the Xavi tenure, but now with Hansi Flick, with these new games that he's been playing this whole year, and right now he's picking up where he left off last season. I'm incredibly impressed by Eddie Garcia. Actually, the Lamine Yamal's goal starts off with he had the two progression passes in the second half when he was playing as a center back, kind of like that three pairing that you guys were talking about. Warrior were talking about it. So I do see what Eddie Garcia. I mean, he always delivers. Like he gives you all these assists. He's always looking up. He has incredible ball control. Build up play. I think his ball control is really underrated.
No,
I still see him as a backup. I don't think we have a controversy here. I think it kind of looks and feels that way, but I think it's more to do with something to do with Koundé. Something was going on in the young Gamper. He didn't really look like 100%. So I think something's going on and we just don't know it. But I think when he's back 100%, dude, this guy play 100 games for us without skipping a beat. So I don't think he's going to lose his starting job over Eddie Garcia.
It's just form, I think.
I think one thing we forgot that this guy didn't even finish the season with Barcelona. This guy was injured. So the only reason I thought Eric Garcia actually started today was because he was easing Koundé into the squad, given he didn't play that full games in the preseason. And let's be honest, Eric Garcia gives us a good dynamic when it comes to building up from the back.
Better passer.
And when you have Araujo on that right side, who, let's be honest, he's not the best when it comes to having the ball at his feet, it makes it easier to compensate for Araujo not having good distribution. So maybe Hans Flick trying something new. Let's be honest, in Koundé and Araujo on that right side, would it be amazing or effective when it comes to having the ball? I don't know. Well, we have to see. We have to see a few games.
Not only that, but Koundé, like I said, like Volume said, Koundé was playing like 100 matches without no rest, and then he got injured, which is why Eric Garcia was starting. So maybe it's so Koundé can like get back into fitness and rhythm since he played 100 games, by the way, 100 games with no rest. So maybe.
Okay, so here's the thing, though. Like, people need to relax. People don't know how to overthink. Koundé is a starter no matter what.
Yeah.
Yep.
The thing is, I don't know why people start debating. Oh, should Eric start over? No. This is perfect. This is a perfect opportunity.
Look, he's a good. It's not a bad back on. Listen, Volume.
Yeah.
Fair play to Volume because Volume did tell me because I remember. I was singing
as a player.
But listen, because I was one of the people that was singing the Vanderson talk. You remember this, Volume?
Yeah.
How many times did I talk about Vanderson here? Because I said I wanted a backup to Koundé. That's it. I just wanted someone who can be there to compete with him. And if Gassi and from where Gassi is playing, listen, I was wanted a backup. And if he's doing the job at right back, then hallelujah, bro. Because at the end of the day, that's all I need. I just need someone.
One thing is crazy though.
Dude,
the both right backs that we have,
game,
they're not even naturally right backs. The two right backs that we have, they're not even naturally right backs, to be honest. We don't even have a full naturally right back in the squad. But Koundé and both Koundé and Eric Garcia, they do the job, obviously. But when it comes to defending, Koundé, come on, man. He can stop pacey defenders. Eric Garcia,
when you look at it, though, right? It's perfect that you play Eric Garcia because again, it's good because again, it's more rest for Koundé and you play Eric Garcia against mid to lower table because again, it helps to use Koundé more in the latter stage, the latter stage of the season, right? So it's perfect that you play Eric Garcia against the mid tables against the lower teams to make it so that when you bring Eric Garcia during the latter games as well, he has more reps. It's good. Absolutely. It's good to have him playing the lower teams.
I think it was just form, guys. I really do. I think if you watch, Koundé didn't play a full 90 in preseason, but when he did play, like he just looked slow, a little bit slower. Like he was still getting up to speed. I think Garcia just in a moment where he's in form, he's ready to go and made a decision.
And you know where it is, Eric's bro.
Go ahead, Jonas.
You know where it is? Eric is just, I'm going to be honest, bro. Eric's a very good passer. Even in the Xavi days, Eric was, bro, he was here when we won the league title, right? So Eric Garcia is a guy that he can pass right foot, left foot. He can do the diagonal all the way. So he's a good passer of the ball. He's better than Koundé. But I don't know as a full right back, but I do want to say this. I will say this, right? I'm going to give Eric Garcia some credit, right? The mentality, right, that he must have to just come because I'm going to be honest. I gave up on Eric. I thought Eric at Barca was done. The loan to Girona. Let's be honest, guys. How many Barcelona? No, but let's be honest. How many Barcelona's actually come back and they turn around their career? Eric Garcia came back, was solid backup. He was playing center back, CDM, and right back last year, right?
I was saying that too.
And then against Inter Milan, he was one of the guys that showed some character, showed some dog. And you know what? He was like, him and Lamine Yamal were the two guys that they're ready for the moment. So I do trust Eric if he's going to be the full-time right back.
Eric's good.
You know I'm saying?
I mean, full-time, yeah, but we still need a long-term right back.
Okay, so
the only other thing I would say about the defense is people forget very easily that Araujo, when Flick came in, was Araujo and Cubarsí who were supposed to start the season. Were supposed to be our defense injured going into last season. He gets injured, and then of course, Inigo Martinez who came in as a sub. He came in to this team as a sub. He took over the game. He took over the spot. And never looked back. Kudos to him.
Man, look, I'm all
Araujo does have the ceiling to be the number one starter for this team, but we don't give him enough time. We haven't given him enough time to get used to the highlight. We haven't given him enough time to get used to the Hansi Flick game planning. He doesn't have enough reps for you to be able to say that he had a consistency at this position. So he needs our trust. Now, in Flick, I trust, man. That's
the thing with me too. Volume. I'm with you here because here's the thing. I know people are gonna go, oh, please don't bench. Listen. This is Barca, bro. Competition. You gotta fight for your competition.
That's 50+ games.
Okay. All right.
But Volume, Yeah, but volume, because I did interrupt Volume. I want him to finish his point. But I just wanted to say that before I forgot.
No. So what I was just finishing up saying is like, okay, so we just have to give him time, and I think if we give him enough time, I know maybe he'll fail. Who knows? The jury's still out, in my opinion, but he's got a high ceiling. I remember with Xavi Hernandez when the strategy was different. He was really good. I remember the great game he had against Atletico Madrid at the Metropolitano in the semifinals for the Copa del Rey. He had an amazing game, and he was a force. He was intercepting every single cross from Atletico Madrid. Araujo. Every single ball he was fighting, including a last-minute chance where he made an incredible tackle. Dude, I'm telling you, he can get back to that, but the highline is the issue with him. It's always been the highline, but he's an incredible footballer. He's an incredible defender. But for Barcelona, dude, I was on record as saying that he should try playing for another club. But now that Inigo left, that changes everything for me, because now we rely on Christensen. What if he gets injured and we don't give Araujo enough reps? So we need to get Araujo. I understand why Hansi Flick is doing it, because Araujo is the younger player. We need to have our eggs on that basket right now, because what if we were playing, let's say we're playing Christensen right now, right? What if mid-season Christensen gets injured and now we have to plug in Araujo, who once again hasn't played enough reps to be able to get this type of defense. So now we need Araujo to get confidence, to get these games. And it wasn't perfect. I know he was making tackles. He was leaving his area way too much, making too many tackles in the middle of the field area. 2 times where I counted that he should have gotten yellow carded. He didn't. So these are things that he needs to fix. He's like a beast that can't control himself. He's too big. I don't know, too physical, but he needs to get it together. And I trust in Flick. Halfway through last season, I said, you know what? Whatever Flick is doing, dude, I'm just going to say in Flick I trust, and just going to just close my eyes.
No, but can I say this?
Close my hands.
Okay, but guys, we got to finish, because I do want to go to the next topic quickly.
There's 1 point, Omar, bro.
Last point.
So, bro,
I think one more as well.
This is my thing with what's it called, Araujo. I don't think it's impossible for him to turn it around. With Eric Garcia, I didn't see it coming. With Ferran Torres, I hold my hands up. I didn't see it coming, right? And it just happened in one season, just like that. So with Araujo, I think Flick wants it to happen, and I don't want to go back to the Eric thing, right? But the reason why I'm saying I think it's a little bit more than just the talking point is because Flick keeps talking about this guy in the media. He keeps saying this guy, Eric Garcia, is balling out in training. So that's why I kind of brought it up the last stream. I was like, Eric and Kunda, I think there's just something in the air. I'm not going to say
competition is good.
Competition is good. You gotta relax for yourself. There's no competition.
But also,
there's no competition.
There's no competition, guys.
There's no competition.
Because he's good as a backup.
It's fine. But guys, let's quickly move on, because I do want to talk about.
Finish. But
can I go first? Can I go after quickly, because I gotta go.
What?
Look, I wanted to go to the Tebas thing, because I feel like that's the one that's going to be.
I gotta go now. Sorry,
are we gonna talk about Real Madrid before, or just gonna?
Okay, no. Let's talk. No, because you know why? Because the Tebas one, I feel like that, because that's connected to Barca. I feel
that one's a big one. But if there's competition in the team, then I think Frankie De Jong could be some under pressure. But we'll that's a topic for another time.
Okay, that's part of the game. And also, guys, relax, There's 50+ games to play more this season.
Relax.
We're thinking too much.
That's why I'm worried about Casado. So yeah.
I mean, listen, it's all good, but listen, guys, big up to every single one of you guys who are here, right? 87 people in here. We're not even on 30. We're on 28 likes, guys. How they this is Vinny Junior. This is Vinny Junior levels of conversion rate, man. I thought my chat. I thought we had like Yamal levels here, but then
oh my goodness gracious.
But listen, guys, here we are, guys. Let's get into the big one, because this is.
Did you just share the screen?
I just did. I just shared the screen.
I got to do the same thing.
Guys, take a look at what is this, guys. This came out yesterday during the Real Madrid Osasuna watch along. Some of my chat people were showing me, right? I did a video on it on the channel. If you guys haven't seen it, go check it out. I'm not going to talk about it because I've already said everything I need to say there. I'm going to depend on say. But listen to this, guys. The CSD, the higher courts of Barcelona, are still reviewing the request by Miguel Jalan, president of the CENAFE or the CENAFE, right, to dismiss Javier Tebas as La Liga president for leaking Barca's financial accounts. Tebas is accused of committing serious breaches by failing to uphold confidentiality. ladies and gentlemen, I am not gonna say much. I've said everything I needed to say.
Is this?
I'm gonna
share
let
the screen
you.
too?
No, hold on. I need because I want the panel to all have their say. I've said everything I needed to say, guys. I'm gonna start with volume because you don't have a lot of time. Barca volume. There you see it. I've just said, you've just heard what I've just said, right? You can go check it out when you're on Twitter later. But from the gist of it, we know that Javier Halan, he filed a complaint to the high courts in Spain a few weeks ago, right? About this situation, right? Where he called out Tebas for giving away our financial confidentials, right? Our private financial accounts to Bilbao, which basically Bilbao gave to Nico Williams, right? To show them all of our deals and our transfer deals and everything else. You understand what I mean, right? When it comes down to it, like the stadium, the levers, like basically everything that has anything to do with our financial transfers in, revenue in, everything, right? All of it was in there, right? This is a private, confidential thing that comes between the club and the league, and it was handed to Atletico Bilbao without Barcelona or Laporta's acceptance. He did not tell them to do that, right? And we remember, because after Nico Williams made this U-turn, I can remember telling you, I was like, bro, this doesn't sound legal. Because if it's private, then shouldn't that's technically illegal, because I don't think Barcelona would reluctantly give away their private financial documents to Bilbao, right? And now all the news has now come out that apparently it was, and this could cause man like Tebas, the absolute fraud that he is, to finally be kicked out of his office. But what do you think about this situation, bro?
Yeah, no. So honestly, I'm be honest. I was really outraged when the whole Nico Williams situation. Nobody will tell me otherwise. He had 100% everything to do with that 180 that Nico Williams pulled on Barcelona. I think Nico Williams thought the situation with Barcelona was different, and he shared information with Bilbao, because I remember, I remember like it was yesterday. Athletic Club, or I called it Pathetic Club, because at that time, the president of Atletico Bilbao went to Madrid. He traveled to Madrid because he wanted answers, and he wanted to see what was going on and why was Barcelona doing this. And honestly, I was at that moment, I was thinking like, what, the president of La Liga, or the president of Bilbao, he can't make a call to La Liga and to actually get some explanation of apparently he flew there, or he drove there because he wanted information as far as the financial status of Barcelona. And Barcelona is Athletic Club that Barcelona couldn't afford it, basically. And I guess they were right at the end of the day, because Barcelona, I don't know if they had enough cap space. So in that sense, maybe they were right, but it was no business from Javier Tebas to do that. And now I follow another channel in Spanish that he's very informative. Okay. So he was talking about the idea of Javier Tebas doing something illegal, sharing paperwork to Athletic Club, and that was ultimately hijacked the deal from Nico Williams to Barcelona. So these had everything to do. So Miguel Galan, who's highly regarded, he's a highly regarded lawyer. He's a president of the I can't remember
I just called him the CNF.
Yeah, so he's the president, and he's a very, very respected guy. He's been on huge news like a Chiringuito. He's been on like this Spanish that are super big to explain this situation. And he said, you know what? He's the one suing Tebas under so many grounds. It's not even funny. Barcelona had, at this point, like 4 to 5 chances to suing Tebas. I don't know what Tebas has on Barca, because Barca had every chance to sue Tebas, and they just never choose to do it. And finally, Miguel Galan is the one who steps up and actually sues Tebas. And this person that I was talking about is a content creator. He was talking about, if Tebas gets sued, he's got a 50-50 chance that he's going to lose his spot. So now that he's being sued, this is very realistic. This is what I'm trying to tell you. So I'm telling you all this to tell you that this is a very, very serious, and Tebas has a realistic chance
of losing his presidency.
Leaving the presidency. And you know what? That is the best thing that could ever happen to La Liga, and that is the worst thing that's going to happen to Real Madrid. And I know a lot of Madridistas don't want to hear this, but he's a Madridista. He's a very well-known Madridista. And, how can La Liga have a president who is a self-proclaimed Real Madrid fan, that makes 0 sense. That will be like Adam Silver saying that he's a Lakers fan, and every single time they get in the ping pong ball that they do with the draft, and they do the worst teams and they do the
Talk
draft.
about it.
So can he say he's a Lakers fan? Can all of a sudden Roger Goodell go and say that he's a Patriots fan, and every single call seems to go the Patriots way? Like there's a stigma. So now that there's a stigma that every single call, every single penalty that goes in Real Madrid's favor. So now when there's a Madridista as a president, what's the deal? And I know what Madridistas are going to try to sell you. Okay, they're going to sell you. Well, Real Madrid voted that he shouldn't be president. That was bullcrap, because this was basically there's only 2 teams that voted for him against, so it wasn't going to make a difference anyway. So that it's easy for Real Madrid to say they didn't vote on Tebas when Tebas was already the going runaway president that was going to be. So to me, that says nothing about Real Madrid. That's just a narrative thing that they want to say they didn't vote for Tebas, but Tebas was already going to win this spot anyway. So to me, the best thing that ever happened to La Liga in the last, I don't know, hopefully, I think 10 maybe 5 to 10 years is Tebas out, bro.
Agreed.
Nice.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I'm going to say one thing to add to that too, bro. You look at everything from Barca's standpoint, it's bad. Bigger picture, this league has legitimately gotten worse with him as president. Like, think about what this league has become. This league is now, La Liga is a selling league. We don't even retain talent in this league anymore because of all of these crazy rules that he's implemented. It doesn't allow anybody to buy. I think one of the most egregious sales recently was Omar, center back who went to Sunderland.
Albertet.
Yes. Hey, bro, for peanuts because of the rules that are implemented by
defender, right?
For
They
peanuts,
had to
bro.
sell him to register 12 players, right?
Makes no sense. Levante had 3 players registered on the week of the league starting,
and they have to play Barcelona in like a couple of days.
Bro. It's the most egregious thing he's done is not even. I know this is a Barca show, but like at the end of the day, bro, the league is better off without this man as president.
And you know what
100%.
the Prem says? You know what the Prem says? It's okay. Pay it next year. It's fine. Yep. You can roll over your debt. You can register the play. That's what the Prem does. That's why they know how they spend so much money. I know Liverpool made money this season, okay? But before they made that money, they spent 300 million euros. And what people are gonna say is, well, they sold like 150. They got 150. Yeah, they got that money back after they bought the players. So they had the money to spend it before they even sold anybody. So and that's what the Prem will tell them is, you guys can roll over your debt for next or 2, 3, 4 years, kind of like a layaway thing. That's the difference between in La Liga. It's like a business. Whatever you make, that's how much you can spend. That's
global volume. This is the thing. Even if you wanna, like forget about Liverpool, because you could say whatever. Somebody could say that they sell well, but let's compare Barca to like Man United. Both teams sell very bad, right? But United still spend like 200 million, sometimes north of that, every single summer. And the reason why is because the rules in the Premier League is super loose. It's very, like you say, a lot of times team friendly. But in La Liga, I just feel like it's now people are finally waking up that this Tebas guy, it's not just a Barcelona thing. Getafe is struggling. All these teams, Levante. You're gonna see. I think Mallorca. I believe they only had Pablo Torre out of all their signings registered. So it's not like it's us. It's the whole league that's going to suffer, and the only teams.
The league is already suffering at this point.
Yeah, it is. And bro, imagine that. Like, look, and Spain still somehow dominates continental competitions. Imagine a world where La Liga was
La Masia, man.
Bro, if we had the freedom to go and get our players, bro, this league would literally rip your
absolutely, man.
But we did it before. We did it before. I don't know why everyone's surprised. The 2010s, we were the ones who dominated Europe. Barcelona and Real Madrid won 90% of the Champions League.
Bro, Atletico Madrid went to the 2 Champions League finals. The Valencia
Sevilla
went to the Champions League. Sevilla won. They have the most Europa leagues. But
I went to a semifinal against Liverpool when I Emery, bro. There's so many instances.
Every year the league gets worse. The Premier League, they're just getting farther. Even Barcelona, La Liga is now League On level. No,
I wouldn't say League On, but I think if we don't get rid of Tebas, we are in danger of becoming the next Serie A. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing, bro. Because that's the thing, right? When you think about it, right? I used to say, and you know what's funny? I said this 2 years ago when we were struggling to sign. I'm like, bro, people think that this is just a Barca thing. Guys, the reason they're using Barcelona, they're using Barca as an example, all right? Because Barca are one of the biggest clubs in Spanish football, right? So if he can do this to Barca, then guess what? That's like Getafe and Mallorca. You guys are not exempt. You guys, bro, I did it to Barca. What makes you think you guys are safe? You understand what I mean, right?
Omar, but look at this. Even look at his favorite club. Look at Madrid, right? Wasn't there a time where like Madrid, doesn't matter who they were targeting, Galacticos, right? Doesn't matter who in the world they were looking at. They pay any sum to get that player in. Now what do we see? We see free deal after free deal after free deal. Yeah, they'll spend a little money here and there on young players. Don't get me wrong, right? The Hoysons of the world, the Carreras of the world, they'll bring those guys in, but they'll never drop a bag like they used to. And I think it's just a sign of the times. They're still getting the players that they want to an extent, but they're waiting until some of the best players around the world are available on a free because of how the rules are structured.
I think Madrid is the only club from the big three that can actually spend a lot of money in the last 2 seasons.
Well, Atleti's been dropping cash like crazy.
Atleti's been dropping a lot of money. I can't lie.
I think that's because the stadium, Wanda Metropolitano, is very good outside of football. They host a lot of concert. They make a lot of money from
it's also been built for a while too, so they've had it now for a little while. They paid it off, and like they've had some of those things. So yeah,
I'll say one thing, and I'll get out of here, Omar.
Go ahead,
great show.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Because I read Will's comment on the screen there, and honestly, like I understand, like Will always protects Real Madrid. I get it. He's a Real Madrid fan, right? But the only reason, like, my only issue with a lot of Real Madrid fans, I don't know if it's because they're younger or whatever. I don't know his age. It's that they never add context. So he's like, how can you say that it would hurt when he tried to get him out? So Real Madrid, to be clear, Real Madrid tried to get Tebas out because he didn't want to do the Super League. That's the only reason why. So you can sit here and say, and try to plant the narrative that that Real Madrid wanted Tebas out. But let's be clear, Tebas did you guys a lot of favors, especially with the TV rights back years ago. So maybe you don't know that, but these are some of the things that would add context to it. But the Superliga was one of the reasons why Real Madrid was extremely upset at Tebas, and Tebas was looking out for the interests of La Liga, and Tebas wasn't happy about the Super League. And that's the only reason why Real Madrid wanted Tebas out, because all of a sudden Tebas wasn't caving into everything that Real Madrid wanted. So let's just make that clear before we move on and say, oh, yeah, we wanted him out. Yeah, you wanted him out because he's not doing what you want him to do. He's not your puppet. Like you always need him to be your puppet. So there you go.
Nah, I mean, we'll see though. With the way that La Liga keeps going, though, like Omar, I think he said something right. Like Serie A, there's like not much money in it. Like La Liga could be the next Serie A, and that's not a good thing. Even let's say outside of Barça and Real Madrid, if La Liga genuinely is like a selling club, and this is my thing with the Super League, we already have the Super League to an extent. It's the Premier League. The Premier League clubs have so much more money. I think Sunderland, I heard that they got more money. Bro, they're spending money left and right. Yeah. And then I got my club, FC Barcelona, who's supposed to be a superpower in the football world. And we spent how much in total? 27 million this year with Yamal Garcia and Ronnie Bardi. After winning 3 trophies and La Liga's in there, I'm like, it just doesn't sit right with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree, bro. I agree.
One thing about that Nico Williams leaking stuff,
you go next.
I genuinely thought that was a live made from Nico Williams just to make excuse that the reason he stayed. But I thought Tebas could not go down that much. But oh my days, this is absolutely illegal. Not only,
bro, it was illegal. It sounded so illegal, bro. Like I'm not even a lawyer, and even I know that.
I thought they was making it. I thought they was making it up. Okay. To be honest, I genuinely thought Tebas was not doing that stuff,
dude. That's like you know what it is. That's like if you guys were under contract to be on CULERS Culture, and I signed contracts with you, every single one of you private, but then I'm giving your contract, showing what I'm paying you to someone like Jose. It's like, bro, why? Like, it's a private thing between me and you. Why should I? Like, that's not legal. Like,
it's breach of the contract.
Exactly, it's breach of contract.
Yeah.
But look, What was I about to say? I actually forgot. Well,
I hear it, bro.
I love this comment, bro. I love this comment.
Yeah.
No, I agree, bro. Again, for me, it's much bigger than Barça. It really is. And people can point to one-off instances where Barça benefited from this Tebas decision or Madrid benefited from this Tebas decision. Sure, bro, there's outliers. But when you look at the impact he's had on the league as a whole, La Liga is legitimately worse than we used to be.
Yep, it's
legitimately.
It's gone backwards. It really.
Nah, I mean, I hear it, bro. But I mean, let's see what happens. Let's see how this develops. But I can't lie, I would be shocked, right? I would still be shocked if he's like not like gets kicked out. Like I would be kind of surprised if that happened.
I would be too, but I wouldn't be sad. I wouldn't be sad. I'll tell you that.
And on top of that,
who's gonna be sad? Like, imagine La Liga had less strict rules. Like, imagine if Barcelona, let's just say, forget the 27 million that we spent. Let's say Barca could have spent like 120 million. Like, we could have had a much more impactful summer. Like, that's just the truth.
Absolutely.
About it.
Man's moving like Donald Trump in America, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah, Ficardo, you had something you wanted to say.
I mean, what am I supposed to say? I mean,
I have a sit. Yeah,
it's just ridiculous how we cannot even spend a single penny, and we won a domestic trouble semifinals of the Champions League, and we can't even spend shit. But Real Madrid can spend they can spend whatever they want.
No, but this is the thing. I actually think that's kind of false. I think Real Madrid, fair enough, they save a lot, but why are Real Madrid in like the last 4 years super careful with what they're buying? Like, dude. Look at the amount of fees that they've had. They're not doing the like Jose said earlier. They're not spending 2, 3, 100 or 80 plus million signing at the same time. No, they're getting maybe Jude's the exception, but like Trent on a free, all these guys on a free, right? Carreras was smart. Maybe the odd youngster like Vinny or Rodrigo, but bro, the last 6 years, Real Madrid have been very careful with how they're spending. So I think it does affect them too.
It does, yeah. And you got Atletico Madrid splashing the cash this summer on so many players, and they can register their players without any problems, which is very suspicious. And what do they win? Absolutely jack shit. I repeat, absolutely jack shit.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Please peak for them, bro. Like, come on, man. I already said it. Free Julian Alvarez, man. This guy scored a banging free kick.
I'm just so done. Like,
bring him to Barca, bro.
Like,
listen.
How much more registration issues do you have to keep going through? Like, which players do we need to sell in order to register this?
You know what it is? I also gotta say something. Gerard Martin, Chesney, and Ronnie Bargy are not registered, right?
Yeah, I know. And the thing is, Ronnie Bargy, we wanted to register him as an academy player.
Yeah,
La Liga rejected. And on the same day, hold on, wait, hold on. We tried to register Ronnie Bargy as a academy player. La Liga rejected it, and then on the same day, Real Madrid go and register Franco Mastaciano, whatever his name is, on an academy, and they accepted it right away. I'm like, bro.
By the way, have they not spent like 60 million on Franco? The fact that it doesn't even make sense to register him as a Castilla player.
That's true, actually.
That's obviously a first team player. Come on, man. Who are we fooling?
That makes no fucking sense. And we spent only 2 mil on Rudy Bargy. Only peanuts. And we can't even register him as a B team player because he's the first team player. Like, what type of bullshit is that?
Hey, yo, guys, is it just me or does Mastantuono look like a young Eminem, bro? Like, is this like this guy a rock star, bro? Like,
Slim Shady, that's crazy.
When I saw him, I was like, bro, is this guy the guy that they signed? But he looks decent. He had a decent debut. He was better than Vinny, to be fair, right, for his game. So
that's not crazy for a midfielder,
but you know what? I do want to talk about, because obviously we talk about a lot of Barca. But let's do a recap of La Liga, man. Let's talk about.
I'm worried about Gerard Martin playing left back, by the way.
Yeah, let's talk about Real Madrid yesterday, man. Listen. Look,
that was the most boring hate watch ever, man.
Bro, I
did facts.
I did a hate watch on that, and brother, I spent 95 minutes watching a team, right, struggling to break a low block. I'm sitting here, watching guys like Faisal tell me, they're looking me straight in my eyes through the camera and telling me that their team is going to win the treble, that Alonso is the guy, right? Alonso is going to change everything, right? That's what they told me. And I said, okay, no problem. Guess what? I will sit down. I will take my time. I will watch the whole 90 minutes and I will see what exactly I should be afraid of. And yeah, man, I didn't realize, man. I thought Ancelotti was the problem, but turns out this is the Madrid way now.
No,
because these guys,
he was never the problem.
Hold on.
I'm sorry.
These guys went down there. The lineup they play was pretty okay. I thought it was pretty okay. Minus Rodrigo, which we will talk about Rodrigo later. But let's just stay in topic. These guys go into this game. Osasuna, obviously, decide to play a low block. Well, duh. That's high. I don't know why everyone is surprised that they played a low block against us last season when they came to the Montjuic Stadium. Guess what? We broke it down, and we scored 3 goals against them. Okay, we made it look easy, right? Yeah. And we were playing with our food. These guys could not create anything to their attack. Literally, bro. Man like Vinicius was getting locked up by Boyomo, bro. Does anyone know who Boyomo is?
No.
Exactly, bro. Nobody knows who Boyomo is. He's a Cameroonian international, bro. The guy doesn't even start for Cameroon, bro. He was getting locked up by that guy, bro.
Nah.
Okay?
Even the right back was good as well. Rosier.
Yeah.
Rosier was good.
Rosier, man. Rosier.
He locked him up. He locked him up at Leganes as well.
They were getting locked up. Man like Adagule, where was he, bro? This guy was the guy that people were hyping this guy throughout the season. Where was he? Right?
Nowhere to be seen.
Brahim Diaz was even more goals, bro. Like that right side was literally, bro. It was like you know the meme, right? You know the meme of like the desert and they've got like the cactus, like that was the right side, right? And Mbappe in attack, bro. My guy was starving. Listen, Den Huijsen was he was literally a better attacker in that game than the attack. This guy had a shot that nearly went in from outside the box, and so did Militao.
He's got a good shot, bro. He's got a good shot.
Yeah, great shot. And Militao also great shot. And then second half, same old shit. They couldn't break anything down, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, when Madrid is struggling, when Madrid can't find a goal, when Madrid are looking for a goal and they can't find a goal, where do we go to? Oh, of course, man. Penalty al favor de Real Madrid. We all know, man.
What you guys think about that penalty, though? For me, in my opinion,
I'm not gonna lie. When you slow motion it,
it's a penalty.
I'm sorry, man.
It's a penalty, man.
It looked close enough for the referee, but dude, I'm sorry.
The thing is,
Mbappe sensed him. Bro.
He catches him, and with the way he went into the challenge, even if he didn't touch him that much, and Mbappe dives, that's a penalty, man.
By definition, you
don't ever rashly tackle.
And that's what VAR is there for. VAR has the machine. They have the things to slow it down. That's what VAR for. So you can slow down and see if there's contact. They didn't even check because we know, bro. When it comes to Real Madrid and penalties, bro, it is literally bro. There's a reason why the meme exists. Why do people think the meme exists, bro? It's so cultural now, bro. When Madrid is struggling, you just know. When Vinny goes down, when Mbappe goes down, when Rodrigo or Brahim or whoever they have in the wings goes down, you know, bro. Why do you think Vinny was going down in the box many times in the game? He knows, bro, because he's like, one of these times I'm gonna go down, I'm gonna get a penalty. And literally, they scored the penalty and created nothing. Literally, bro, this game was ridiculous.
Omar, that is why. Omar, that is why it was. I hate these type of hate watches because. Not only did they get the result technically, it was so boring, bro. Real Madrid didn't do anything, bro. Like, if you want to go to sleep, rewatch that Real Madrid game. After 15 minutes, you're going to be knocked out. Because, brother, their best offense was Dean Huijsen, 45-yard shots. Like, it's not going to happen, bro.
Bro's just 20 crews in this guy.
It's ridiculous. But you know what it shows me? Real Madrid still need a deep line playmaker to, generate just, the tempo, just to generate more chances against low blocks. They still need a deep line playmaker. Otherwise, they're going to have inconsistency against low blocks. And also, Vinicius has to turn up, bro. And I do want to mention it. Nobody's mentioned it. What happened to Rodrigo? All these Real Madrid fans said Rodrigo's going to stay. He's got a role with Xabi Alonso. Brother, 0 minutes. Man like Eminem played more than you. Man like Gonzalo Garcia. All of these guys leapfrogged Rodrigo, 2-time UCL winner. So
that's crazy,
I think that's something to look at. Rodrigo not playing. Bro, I was telling Madrid fans, let me see the first 3 games of La Liga. I think he might dip, guys. Am I crazy to say that?
No. And here's one part I want to add to what you said. I before I get out of here too. I think what I wanted to add to that too was that something we didn't learn with this hate watch was, bro, the defense was not tested whatsoever. I have a lot of question marks over how cohesive this back line is going to be, just long term. There's a lot of young players.
That's the problem.
Well, no, I agree. But when a team sets up in a low block, you only see so many attacks up against that back line. When they go up against the front 3 we have, or frankly, I mean, even Atleti with how disjointed they may look, they've made so many attacking signings that you just wonder how many questions are going to be asked of this back line when push comes to shove. And I'm still wondering. I still think we have yet to learn what this back line can do when they're actually tested. So there's more to come here.
I mean, let's be honest. They were, and honestly, Trent, it's easy to cook Trent. He had a terrible debut. So if anything, the right-hand side is easy to target. Like Trent, Liverpool fans wanted Trent. Liverpool fans hated Trent and his defending, but now he's Madrid's problem, and now Real Madrid fans are hating on Frimpong because he had a terrible debut. Huh?
Omar,
what did you guys think of the red card as well?
Huh?
Absolutely horrendous. What was that red card? I didn't even show it.
Yeah, I thought it was just more Madrid shenanigans, to be honest, bro. I was just like, I literally
I think that was the most useless red card ever, bro. Like, he didn't actually hurt him, dude. So just
he was never getting that ball, by the way.
Yeah, never. Yeah, that's the thing. He was never gonna get it.
He was never getting that ball.
It was just useless, bro. It was just to extend the game. Like I really didn't understand it. But Common Sensei in the chat, he said Rodrigo is still staying, bro. Let me just say this, right?
Rodrigo's gone.
Let me just say this. I'll just put it out there, right? If Rodrigo holds bench and doesn't even sniff 30 minutes in the next 2 games, right, combined, why would he stay? Like, I just don't understand. You're too good of a player to not touch grass. Like, no way. You're Rodrigo. You're a baller. You're a guy who I think, honestly, like Barca by his side, I think he's top 15 in the world, right? That's his ability. So 100%. Then, why are you not even touching 30 minutes on the grass?
The thing is,
I don't know.
He could actually leave now. You guys saw SZ to Arsenal. Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Spurs can actually go all in to Savinho, which means he could actually join City. He could actually go join City. And I really hope he goes, man, because they know
that's going to weaken them. Yep.
Yeah, that's going to weaken them. And Xabi Alonso made it abundantly clear that he's not in his plans, bro. Man, like Master Gonzalo Garcia.
He won't answer the question. When they ask him, he won't answer it in press conferences.
Yeah, bro.
It's ridiculous,
and you know what
bro.
It could legit be Real Madrid protecting their asset that they're about to sell. Like, we don't know.
But Jonas, you know what it is, right? When you look at a game like yesterday, when they were struggling to break down that team, and I'm seeing Rodrigo, bro, they had the picture of Rodrigo, bro, behind them. I said, this is actually crazy, bro. It's actually insane, bro. Like, this guy, like, you're putting Franco over this guy. Franco, the youngster.
It's over.
It's over, man. This is the thing, bro. Look, for me, when it comes to the game, I hope for Madrid's sake, not for my sake, but for Madrid's sake, that this was just the first game. Because if this is what Alonso football is going to be, bro, you are not ready for El Clasico this October, bro. Because you see my club is still free scoring. You see we still have our free scoring, bro. I'm ready for another 4-0 in the Bernabeu, bro.
And Omar, you know what it is? We legit were criticizing a 3-0 game at the end of the day. That just shows you the standards by Barca is going up like every year. Dude, I remember that. Like, do y'all remember that squad Coleman had? I was like, yo, just have fun, bro. Y'all not winning nothing. That was 3-0.
Starting Franju Club top.
No, real talk. Nico Gonzalez. Who wants
bro, those days, bro.
Serginho Dest as a right winger, bro. Serginho Dest.
PK as a striker.
Emre Demir, the striker. In the Champions League, starting him as a right winger. Like, bro, what are we doing?
He hit the crossbar, though.
This is why when people tell me, oh, Omar, you don't know what Barcelona, you don't know stuff on it. You're a Barca fan, bro. Go watch Barcelona in 21-22. See what the kind of lineups we
COVID, Barca were the real fans. Like, if
what about
that
thank you.
Bro, you can make it through anything. You can make it through anything.
Jose, I was legit watching Barca because it was a pastime. Like, I don't know why I was watching it. But no, real talk. It's like we won 3-0, right? Yeah. And we're still critical. I actually like that about the fan base. Like, we're starting to, push up the level. And we should, bro. We want the UCL. We're off of domestic trouble. The standards should be high. Even 3-0 against Mallorca. I love how Flick was mad about it too. That's what I will say. But
yeah, man, listen, you know what that tells me? He's a locked-in manager. He's like, bro, I want my squad. This is why he was pissed off that we took it easy in the second half, because he was like, bro, remember when we played Bayern Munich? They were like 5-2 up. He could have easily benched his best players and said, all right,
you mean during the
he's like, what? No. I'm bringing on Coutinho, man. I need more.
No. I'm talking about like we lost 8-2.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was going for 10. I'm telling you, if the referee bailed us out, we could have considered 10. He was ready for the record, bro. You feel me, right?
Ruthless.
But here's the thing, guys. I want to this is the last thing I'm going to say before we get out of here. Let's talk about Atletico Madrid, man. Atletico Madrid.
All that money.
Spend all that money, right? Bringing all these players, right? People were telling me dark horses. Real Madrid, Barcelona not really fixing up their team. Atletico might bring a title charge, and then you go and lose to man like Espanyol.
To be fair,
Espanyol
To be fair, they conceded the equalizer. I'm seeing some sequences, and Alvarez hit the crossbar. He scored a free kick, but after that,
bro, listen. That game, watching that game. Here's the thing, bro. Watching that game. Imagine this for 1 second, everyone, right?
All right.
You look at the players they've signed. They signed Alex Bayana, a player that I did very highly. I would have loved this guy at Barca.
Yeah, boy.
Almada, attacking player, amazing attacking player, right? They signed that
Cardoso.
Cardoso. Oh, Johnny Cardoso.
Oh,
Thank you,
Johnny
Cardoso. Right? They signed Hanko from
Ruggeri,
Ruggeri, Raspadori. But they signed literally they signed so many attacking-minded players. Even the fullback they signed was an attacking-minded fullback.
And Omar,
they're also linked with Nico Gonzalez as well.
And they were exactly, and Casado as well. And this is the thing. They were linked to all these guys. And then the first game of the season, bro, against Espanyol, you play back the bus football. I said, all right, this club is
bro, but to be fair, they haven't beaten Espanyol since like 2022, bro. Like Espanyol has had their number for a long time. For a long time.
It was a no. I remember Yamal Garcia had a great game last year. It was a no game against Atleti. But you know what it was? I don't know what's Atletico Madrid. I think it's a Simeone thing because if you spend all that money now, right? I think Simeone's past it, guys. I truly believe that because last summer, Omar, that's all from this summer. Now, if you add last summer, Julian Alvarez, right? Big money transfer. Sorloth, cool, he does good against Barca, but dude,
he wants to leave already.
He wants to leave?
Yeah, there's rumors that he's trying to find his way out. Because bro, imagine being Sorloth and they put in. Was it Raspadori that they brought him off the bench? So Sorloth became
the guy who scored 6 goals last season for Napoli.
Bro, he had like 25 GA last season, and he's the third option off the bench. Bro, are you kidding me? But yeah, get me out of here.
I just
go to Real Madrid. Listen, listen.
Hold on. Yeah, Omar, bring Sorloth to Barca, bro. Like this guy.
Listen, man, back up,
guys. Twitter, Barca wants minimum 30 mil for Casado, according to Helena Condes. Why?
Yeah.
I mean,
it is what it is.
I doubt we're gonna sell Casado for 30
I doubt
mil.
it too. But if he goes,
you know what pisses me off about this whole Casado situation? It's that look, I don't hate Frankie De Jong, but it's the fact that Casado's spot was taken by Frankie De Jong already, and I'm not saying I hate Frankie, but
Frankie played well. I don't know why everyone is acting like he didn't deserve. He came on for an injured Casado, and he did a great job.
Yeah.
It's not like he just came in and he was just covered. No,
he controls games, bro.
De Jong came in and actually changed the game. I'm sorry, he did. He really,
which game? Clásico.
No. I mean, like when he came on, when we started seeing De Jong play regularly from February, he was nailed on. And this is the thing. One thing we used to call out De Jong for was his defensive attribute. He was defending, bro. I saw him defending. He was getting tackles in. He was retrieving the ball. He was doing everything. And that's what I mean. For me, I feel like with De Jong, he finally found his place. And I even made a video about it last season. I think under Flick, he finally found his place in this team.
I agree. And we still have Marc Bernal. We can't freak out about Casado, bro. Like I still think Bernal gets his chance to be that next gen. I don't want to say you're comparing to Boosie, bro, but I will say that he's got a lot of qualities that I really like.
Bernal there.
But the thing is about Bernal, I think Hansi Flick even said he's going to ease him in. He's not going to even play him that much. He's going to get the same minutes that Gavi used to get last season.
I'm fine with that.
No, but this is the thing. This is why Omar Jose. This is why I'm saying with Casado, I would keep him for at least one more year because then Marc Bernal fully integrated.
Yeah.
If you want to sell him, okay, keep him for one more year. I'm sure he's still going to get minutes. I don't believe that he's not going to play at all. But I understand, right, with some people feeling that he was harsh done by because remember, Casado and Pedro was our midfield for legit the first half of the season until De Jong returned, and he played very good. We went to that Bernabeu. They held 4. We went to Bayern, a team that's owned us for the last decade.
That passed to Lewandowski.
But bro, you got to remember, up until November, that was the case. And then what happened after that, right? It was kind of that slide before we came back and really kind of researched towards the title. So, like, I think there's just two sides to that story. I think we did play really well, but then there was that drop-off that we can't forget about.
No, of course. But listen, guys.
No, but that's why I want him as a bench player. That's what.
Yeah. I agree.
But guys. But yeah, you know what? I want to finish finally with this, okay, guys? La Liga is back. We have a game this weekend up against newly promoted Levante, guys.
No.
Look, man. Away to Levante. Listen, guys. I'm not worried. Just like the Mallorca game. I'm sorry. I ain't worried.
Brother, Jose Luis Morales is Jose Luis Morales. Jose Luis Morales.
Bro, who is that? Who the hell is that, bro? My guy.
Jose Luis Morales. You do not remember the Roger Martinez?
He's not going to come back to haunt us.
Are you serious?
He's not going to come back to haunt us.
Yo, that guy was hold up. That guy was old when I was young, so he's like he has to be very old now.
Listen, man, I ain't worried.
He's pushing 40.
Anyway, listen. I think we're gonna. It's gonna be a walk in the park. I see another 3-0.
Yeah. I think so too. To be honest.
If only we don't let Jose Luis Morales scores, we win. But that brother Jose Luis Morales, don't forget that.
Bro, he's not Messi's regen. Relax.
I don't know, man. This guy like.
Do you not remember the 5-4?
Yes, bro.
Yes, but that was 10 years ago.
Look, bro, were you freaking out this bad? We played against Sandro. I guess Las Palmas and Sandro was playing. I fear Sandro more than I fear Morales. I'm being dead.
Sandro, oh my
God.
He did score. That's what I'm saying. I fear that man more than Morales right now. No bullshit.
No, Morales, come on, bro. I told you guys, this guy was old when I was young, so he's very old now. He's 38, bro. Like,
if he scores a brace on us, don't say I told you so.
If we win,
the thing is,
I don't care.
He doesn't even start. He didn't even start the last game. He's old. He's just there for moral. He's captain. The guy,
he's there to give the speech in the locker room, bro. That's it.
Yeah,
that's all he
spent his last year.
I better not see him on the pitch when I get off work on Saturday.
He spent his last good years at Villarreal.
He used to be good against Barca, but dude, that was like 2016.
Come on, man. Exactly, bro.
That's a long time ago, bro.
This is
to be fair,
Morales, bro.
I remember
all
back
this PTSD that got triggered is crazy. I'm just saying.
I know, right? I didn't even realize when I didn't know what I did when I literally mentioned the Tebas again. It was like this guy's like he's like an old war veteran.
Low key though, this is the thing. We gotta get
Do you guys remember Emmanuel Boateng? Hat trick. He scored a hat trick in the game that actually cost us the unbeaten run.
Yeah,
I still hold that grudge, man. I really hope
that's why I fucking. This is why I want us to smoke Levante because Levante cost us an invincible. We could have done an invincible. Well, we could have been the first team to do a treble and an invincible in La Liga.
Valverde could have won an invincible season while he was sleeping, man.
My guy, man. Yeah, that would have actually been something good he did in his time as Barcelona president. But listen, guys, scoreline, I'm gonna go 3-0. Ricardo, what are you saying? Scoreline.
Oh, if we take our chances, I'm saying, you know what? I'm gonna go bold and say 5-0.
Yeah,
Here we go, man. Show chest. Come on, Jose. What are you saying, man?
Yeah, bro. I don't think we keep another clean sheet. I'll be honest. I just think we're not gonna play 9 men again. I'm gonna say 4-1.
Bro, that's the exact score I was about to say. 4-1.
Yeah.
4-1.
Nah, bro. I'll say 5-1, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, there's just no way. I think 5-1. I think we got it.
Yeah. Listen, man. I'm gonna go 3-0, but listen, I expect more. But yo, Gosh. I'm still turning up on the show. It's just that I'm just a little more busy than usual. That's it.
Before you head out, Omar, there's a situation on the players. So it says for Casado, it's true that he has many interested teams, and Barca's open to offers for him because of fair play and too many midfield options, which we need midfield depth. Why sell him?
But we do have a lot of people over there.
Yeah.
And not even just those. We could throw Eric in there. We could throw other people.
Look, honestly, if anything, squad depth is more important. So Barca selling one of our players is stupid.
But this is the thing. When you have an abundance of squad depth, it's different.
Yeah.
So we have an abundance of squad depth in midfield.
Yes.
Right? Where we can't, and that's the thing. That's also important. Thank you for reminding me. When you have an abundance of players in a certain position and you're struggling with registration, not everyone is going to get registered. So that means that someone has to be sacrificed. And here's the thing. It will be easy for Barca to say, all right, let's just get rid of the players that we don't want. Bro, sometimes you don't get the players. We wanted to sell Araujo. We didn't get an offer for Araujo.
To be fair, in every midfield we have, he's the most easiest to sacrifice, as much as I don't want to say it. We cannot sacrifice Gavi. We cannot sacrifice Fermin. He's, I think, in the last most important players we have in that midfield. As much as harsh that sounds, it is what it is.
It's true, but this is the thing. I would sell Casado, but I want more money. Like that's the thing. I don't want to sell him for 30. Like if it's for 50, 55.
50, bro. If 50, I'm in.
Honestly, I'm in. Look, you know what?
We should sell Frankie De Jong because he's on the he's his wages.
Let it go.
This is it, bro.
He's our highest paid player right now until
he's gonna lower his wages.
He's gonna get an extension done. Yeah, they're gonna lower his.
They're gonna lower his wages, man.
There's no room. It's not done yet. Barcelona did not announce that he ended.
But that is something that was agreed upon. That is why. Hold on. it was agreed upon, because that's why he got rid of his agent, because his agent wasn't trying to lower the weight. That's why now he's gotten Zahavi now. He's going to get Zahavi as his
No,
agent.
it's not Zahavi. It's a different agent. It's a Dutch
Bro,
agent.
if we
But
sell
that is- but
Frankie,
that is
you'll
why
never
he's
see me on the
moving
show
away.
again. If we sell Frankie, I'll never come
We
back. There's no
shouldn't sell
fucking
Frankie.
way.
Oh, no.
There's no way.
Unless
There's
we
no
can
way,
get
bro.
rid of our depths, we should not sell Frankie. Like,
No,
Yeah,
no
yeah, but-
shot. No shot.
But yeah,
No way.
listen.
Wait, I have a question, guys. Would you try Casado at right back or not really?
No, I've never seen him play
Nah, we
there.
got options there. We got options
We
there.
got
Nah,
an
we
option
don't
there.
need- Yeah,
we got options there.
It doesn't matter. But listen, guys, this has been an amazing CULERS culture. The first CULERS culture of the brand new season, guys. You guys had a full house today. This is one of the better shows, man. Appreciate every single one of you guys who have been watching. Big up to all the panelists. Make sure you guys go subscribe to every single one of the people in here who all got their channels in here. Make sure you guys go subscribe to every single one of you guys. This has been another episode of the CULERS Culture Show, guys. This stream is gonna redirect you all to Northside LD and my guy Northside. He's talking about Arsenal. He's doing the All-Star panel show. So if you guys are interested in listening to some Premier League panel show, go out there and send him some love. Put Omar BYT rate in the comments section below. But
And we will see you next week Wednesday.
But yeah, man.
Yes,
Pick up
sir.
every single one of you guys.
And we
Take
will
care.
see you next week Wednesday, guys. Thank you for watching.
Next week Wednesday, guys. Same
Yes.
time, same place. Take
Yep.
care, guys.